Yeah, they see me on top and they get mad cause they can't top me. Got me running up the skull when they even matter cause they can't stop me. Yeah, they see them trying to watch me and they trying to copy and it's looking sloppy. Yeah, we about to get it popping, talking non-stop. Can I get a copy? Yeah, they see me on top and they getting mad cause they can't top me. Got me running up the skull when they... Make money, make money, make money, then you take money, take money, take money.
Hello and welcome back to KSB TV YouTube channel. I am your host, BlaKC HEXican, here for another stream, another fun one, another guest today. I know if you've been with me before, you know that I try to stream every day at 12. Consistency is my thing for 2023. But in being consistent, you must always also be flexible to your guests and whatnot. So we're starting, just a little bit later. But hey, it's another day and we are still here every day. Before I bring my guest up, because he is here already, I want to make a couple little updates about the HEX Cruise. So if you don't know, if you haven't already heard, I'm sure you have if you're here on this channel, we have the HEX Cruise coming up April 24th through 28th. Yesterday was the last day to pay if you had already booked your room in advance and paid the deposit and whatnot. So now, as of today, I know exactly how many confirmed passengers, guests that we have on this cruise. Right now, we are at 86 guests. That is incredible. I was extremely surprised. At first, I thought that this was going to be a thing, just me and a few of the Hexicans that we just like to get together and do stuff. But I love to see how many people have decided to come and join us. If you're still interested in coming, there are some rooms left available. I did check the inventory this morning because we kind of thought that after the 8th, we'd see, some more rooms open up. What has happened is that this category, this ocean view category, is now pretty much sold out. And there are a few of these balcony rooms that are back open. And it's really based on how many people are in your group. For 2 people, it seems like the inventory is a lot more sold out. If you have a bigger group, like 4 people coming, then they have a few more rooms available for that size. So that's just a few little announcements about what's going on with the HEX Cruise. If you're interested in that, then just visit hexcruise.com. Couple more little things just to steer us back into the crypto conversation that we have here daily. If you've been with me on any of the prior streams, then you know that I've been bringing on different guests just so that I can pick their brains about parts of crypto that I know that they have expertise in, or I like what they've done in the space. And I've gone through, for the last 2 weeks, I've gone through this journey of from me, for my opinion, my perspective is that I'm starting from the beginning, right? So first stream was with Rags. We kind of talked about why crypto, is that even something that's worth your time? Is that a good financial alternative to what we see every day, right? And then from there, yes, it is. I agree. I like your stance. I like why the value proposition for crypto. So then what is my first step? And then that's when we discovered that the first step is self-custody, is that you need to have your own wallet. And so then I went on this, exploring the different wallets. I had one guest, KSB Lion, came on, talked to me about Trezors. Then I had Vince come on and he talked to me about ledgers. And then ultimately, I wanted to wait until I bought Propa B on to just give me the full security lesson, what's going on, what I need to be really mindful of. And then I made the decision to go with the Trezor. So I am going to be buying a Trezor. I will do a live unboxing or whatever, probably bring on another guest to actually go through the setup process with me, just to make sure that I'm learning all the little tricks and options that you have. And then this week, I've started to dive into crypto from different perspectives, but all DeFi perspectives. I think that that's the most important factor of these different guests, right? So I had Crypto Bruh come on, and he DeFi, right, from that perspective of Zen, like I'm minting, right? And then I had Toby come on, and he was coming from that perspective of staking, of holding long term, that delayed gratification. That's the kind of coin that I'm looking, to be in. And then today, I actually have Spru for a couple of reasons, right? The first thing that made me want to talk to him was the fact that he put his music out in the form of an NFT. So for me, I've always been hesitant, when it comes to NFTs, just like in general, like I just had zero interest for the most part. But then when he did that, then it was like kind of opening my eyes to the different possibilities of what we can do with NFTs and music on the blockchain. And then secondary for me is the fact that he is vocal in the More community. And that is a token, that's coming from a whole nother lane. That's a meme coin that you hodl, right? So today I'm going to bring up Spruve, and we're just kind of have a casual crypto conversation about these topics that I just brought up. So let's see.
What's happening?
Hey, how's it
Yeah,
going?
I made it. I made it.
Oh, I love that you have sound effects.
Yeah, I gotta have it ready. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yep. I just I had a couple little moves to make, but I wanted to make sure I made it on time. Well, kind of on time.
Yeah.
For the show. I love your show. Congratulations on all the progress on the 86 members, and that's great. Going on the Hex cruise. I'm also a slight. I would call myself a slight Hexican. I do love what Richard Hart is doing, but I like to get in when it's early, and I feel like I missed the whole Hex wave, so I get in as I can. But for the most part, I'm kind of more Zen and more a little bit for the most part. But and then I go into a lot of other things like optimism, synthetics, velodrome. Like I'm all over the place. I'm super degen with it.
All right, so then we'll get into that, and we'll kind of I'll try and learn a little bit more about why you choose to make the moves that you do. But before we get into that, help me get to know you a little bit more. Where does the name come from? What is your crypto story? How did you find crypto, your first interaction in the space?
Hold on one second. My bad. My computer's about to die. It's not plugged up. 1 second.
Okay, plug it in. While he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and say hello to the people in the chat. We got BMZ King, and these are some new names for KSB. So I would
that's my boy. That's one of my members in my chat. That be in my chat. What up, BMZ? That's my boy right there.
Subscribe. I love that your people are coming over to support you.
Yeah, I told him what it is. I told him to come on through. But I'm sorry. Okay, so what was your question again?
Just want to get to know you a little bit more as far as like Sproveycoins, like where the name comes from, how you got into crypto in the first place, started making content, all that.
Got you. So 2017, that was around the time I was just heavily on YouTube, just browsing. And actually Trevon was the first person I seen like randomly. I just clicked on a random video. I'm like, this dude cool. Like he's just a cool dude. And I really rock with the way that his perspective and how knowledgeable he was, but he was still him. He was still real. So I kind of like looked at it as I could see myself, he's kind of like who I am in a sense. Black man, just real, just you know what I mean. I don't know if I can cuss on here, but
adults channel for the most part.
Yeah, man, I seen the videos and I dive deep in. He pretty much got me.
I don't know
in crypto, and then I did my diligence of doing my own research. I actually.
So people in the chat, I'm gonna have to ask them to help us out and let me know if it's your signal. I believe it's your signal. So I didn't hear too much of that. So I don't know if there's a way that we can give you a second to let you.
Hold on. I don't know. But okay, there we go. Yeah.
No
Okay.
sound.
I think we good now. Okay. TZ said wrecked.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Can you
said
hear me, Black
try
Hexicans?
audio only
Okay.
and see if that gives you a better just like in and out, like go out and then come back in. So talk real quick and let's see.
Can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me now? Good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as far as like seeing the YouTube videos, I dived deep in. I got into Big Connect actually. And I had about 1.2 Bitcoin at the time. I was probably like 19, 20. So to me, I was like, I thought I was doing something big. And I put it into Big Connect. I was making roughly like $100 to $200 a day. I thought I was like, I'm about to be rich. Like I thought I was gonna do it. And then like I was only in it for like a month. I got on the tail end. And then it wrecked me bad. So and I put a lot, and I had to learn my lesson about not putting all my eggs in one basket as far as investment. So that was kind of like my first introduction of what not to do with investments.
Yeah.
And since then, right on CZ. But as far as the that I stopped crypto, got into a lot of different other things. I actually had my own club. I had my own like speakeasy a little bit. And was running that. I had about 32 employees. The owner of the building kind of wasn't pure on his word as far as having his liquor license. So that kind of died down, and I got back into crypto. And then I just used my lessons that I learned from the previous time. No, just learning about dollar cost averaging, about just security, how you was just talking about security, making sure to, keep my seed phrases safe, not just connected to anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you, and as far as that
Attention
goes,
to CZ in the
she's
chat.
going crazy. She's going crazy. But as far as that goes, I was just and then it's just been a DCA into Bitcoin on its. I had caught the last bull run, and pretty much all of the money that I lost from Big Connect and whatever, I had gained it back. And that kind of opened my eyes, like, okay, I can do this if I can earn the money back that I lost, break even with and I broke even with like $2,000 in profit. So I was like, okay, I can do this. I at least got all my money back because I'm into like gambling and stuff. Sometimes I like to go to the casino, and I like to play craps. So it's all about, yeah, it's all about, making sure that you at least break even with some profit and you take your money and go. So I pretty much, I was into Hourglass. Hourglass was kind of the initiation. I've been following Trevon for the entire time. I'm like one of the owner members and stuff like that. What's going on, DJ Paulie Wood? Yes, sir, ski. That's my guy. But yeah, as far as Hourglass goes, that was kind of a failed program. He wasn't in control of that. And I understand. So, but the thing about it is it's still working. That's the thing about Hourglass. It is still working. And that kind of opened me back up. And then the more token, since I've been following him, since I've been on it, kind of got a little airdrop. And that was, I did videos for Hourglass. And then I started, once I got the little airdrop for more token, I was like, I'm not even going to like dump it or anything like that. I want to spread the word of this coin because I like the meme. I like the direction he was going with everything. So I was like, I'm just going to use this as a means of growing my channel. And that's what I pretty much been doing, is been giving away free crypto, free more token every single day on my channel for about 3 months straight. I haven't missed a lot of days, but I missed a couple of days. Like I had some sound issues most recently, but we're good now. But as far as that goes, just sticking to it, staying consistent. I just feel like I've learned a lot of lessons, and I feel like that, anytime I was consistent is when the best outcome came. So I really don't have a plan. My only plan is to stay consistent right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a few questions off your story. Number one, you said that you went for the Big Connect, right?
Yeah.
That was like your first like major mistake in crypto or whatnot. And I'm assuming that your kind of getting into there is because of Trayvon, of watching, being in his audience.
Yeah.
How are you able to, because I've got asked this, right? Especially being a Hexican, and like a Hexican that that's met a lot of Hexicans. So, you know,
Mhm.
people a lot of times want to put you in a box because, you know, whatever. But how are you able to move past, you know, feeling like he kind of got you wrecked and still
Yeah.
want to watch him and believe in our class and believe more and continue
Oh,
on?
that's a great question. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I can read people very well, even though I've never met him. But I mean, I feel like that he gives the real. Like I feel like
Yeah.
he puts everything on the platter and shows exactly who he is.
Mm,
Everybody makes mistakes. We're not all perfect. And
mm.
that's where and it's hard. I mean, it's Black History Month. But
Yeah.
nah, but I just feel like I I feel like he's just as transparent as he can be, and I understand people make mistakes. I've made mistakes even on stuff that I've shielded to my community, and they stick around. And if they leave, they leave. I mean, that's just a matter of what it is. If you're gonna stick, the people that's gonna stick around is gonna stick around. The people that's gonna leave are gonna leave. So I guess I'm just a forgiving person, if you want to say that. But 3 strikes and you're out.
That's good. No, I've
Yeah.
definitely you know, been asked that, like, oh, he's wrecked people, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, you know, I gotta respect the fact that I probably wouldn't have given crypto as much thought if there wasn't somebody who I felt looked like me, had a personality that I could relate to,
Mm-hmm.
was talking that real, but also that crypto real,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Very
And that was
knowledgeable. Yep.
what, yeah, and that was what made me say, okay, my husband was into it. He was gonna
Mm-hmm.
do it regardless. But me as the woman in our household, I could have just been that wife that just, oh, my husband handles our finances, he does the crypto.
Yeah.
You know, no, I wanted to be involved because I was like, okay, it's real people out here like trying to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I'm trying to make a difference, like whether that be for my individual family or for, you know, my larger community, you know. So
Yep.
like
I
you said,
love it.
Black History Month, big
Yeah.
big love to him.
Yep.
I, in my heart, don't feel like anything that he has talked about or has got someone wrecked was intentional. I think
Yeah.
that he's just here using his platform to talk about crypto and, you know, not financial advice. You make your own decisions.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, we all making our own decisions in this space. So it's like if it ain't like he forced me to, get more token or get hourglass. It's just like I had my own money, my self-custody,
Yeah.
and I seen what he was talking about, and I decided to I made my decision to invest. So
Yes.
I can't be mad at anybody for what happens to me, because in the same sense it's happening to him also. So
Mhm.
um most likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I'm
like
sure,
that.
I'm sure you made money, but
Yeah,
that ain't
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
my
yeah.
business.
Yeah, right on, CZ.
But
Um,
so I got one more follow up question,
yeah,
and then we can move on from the Trevon. But he also, to me, is a big Hexican, right?
yeah.
He talks about Hex very much. He was definitely in from the very beginning. What about Hex? Or, you know, if you're following him all that time, why wouldn't you say that you hopped on Hex early, right? You
That's
kind of
a
said you missed out on it.
that's a
Can you?
good question. What happened was when I started getting back in crypto, I saw that interview that he did. The first video that I watched getting back into crypto, I think it was like December 2019, January 2020, when he did his first interview with Richard.
Mhm.
And that was kind of like my initiation back into it. So I was, tiptoeing in. I was still a little hesitant, but I had an opportunity to get into Hex like at the beginning. I had the opportunity. I didn't have any dry powder in crypto, but that was like my initiation back in. And I'm like, okay. And then I watched it just go crazy. I just watched it like, damn. Like, so I could have been a part of it. So I mean, that just goes to show that I guess that was kind of like my realization that not everything that this guy talks about is will get you wrecked. Sometimes he finds good things that won't get you wrecked. But
Mm.
you
So
taking
that's
that
kind of
chance.
where you regain some trust. You like, okay,
Exactly.
now we went from Big Connect where I'm
Yep.
like, okay, I'm skeptical of the next project
Yep.
you produce. now it's on the hex, and now you're like, okay, now you're looking at first principles, you're looking at, longer term thinking.
Yep. And I don't know, because it was so much heat around Hex when it first came out too, so that's why I was hesitant too, because I was looking at what people were saying, and I'm like, I don't know, and it may have been because he was the big connect guy now shilling this Hex. That's why people were saying so. I kind of stayed away from it, but I still was looking at it and paid attention to it. But I guess that's what kind of kept me out of it, was the the dark cloud around Hex in the beginning.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since then, you've kind of, like you said, degened out a little bit. You've kind of been in this project. What are kind of like the core things that you look at when you're evaluating a coin, how you decide what you're interested in?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. One thing DJ probably would said about Sheeb too. Sheeb was one thing I did like 4x on Sheeb too because of Trey's call. That's one thing too. I forgot about that. Ask that question one more time. My bad.
Hey, DJ probably would.
Yeah.
Asking you what other kind of coins you like, or what is like the decision making process you go through in deciding, what's a good project, what's a bad project.
I've become very proficient in white paper reading. And I use my channel as like a diary, as like a journal. Because I typically, I guess in the past I wasn't really. I guess in the past I was reading the white paper, but now I kind of read it with my community. And it makes it easier because I get to get their input. Like, what do y'all think about this? And they're pretty interactive. But yeah, reading the white paper. I'm in everything. I pretty much, how I do it is, my strategy is I DCA into Bitcoin. I spend about $25 every single day because that's what I can afford to lose on Cash App. So it's centralized. So I'm careful with that. I only let it get up to like 1,000. So what happens is, I DCA $25 a day. When it gets to 500, I take $250. I take half of that and I put it into another coin. So I'll go into Matic, into Solana, into AVEX. And I kind of get a ballpark from the community on what they're thinking. Like, what do y'all think about this? And then I'll go talk about it. I'll read the white paper. If I like it, then okay, I'll go into that. Or Cardano over Solana, and they'll say Solana. Okay, I'll DCA into Solana. That'll be once I DCA into my Bitcoin, I'll go into Solana. And one thing I found about Solana is that they're heavily artistic based. They have a lot of musicians. I met a lot of musicians on Twitter from Solana, so that kind of what got me into Solana most recently. Literally, like within the last 5 days, I just put a couple $100 into it. But I'm in everything. I'm airdrops. There's like a lot of people from all over the world. Nigeria in my chat. BMZ Kings from Nigeria. They just a lot of people, and they're like in the Nigerian realm, they're more into like airdrops. So I pay attention to the airdrops, and if it's on a separate wallet, then why not? I'm not really risking anything from the. And then I seen Aptos. I missed the Aptos, and somebody in my community shielded me Aptos, and I had the opportunity to get that 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and I missed it. So then me missing something kind of gets me interested in it. When I miss it, then I'm like, okay, let me double back and see what I'm not going to miss out on anymore. But I'm in a little bit of everything. I'm just looking at my MetaMask. I got Ethereum. I got a little bit of Phantom. I'm heavily into Matic. I love Matic. They have I love their business, like how they handle business, their collaborations. They have a lot of different collaborations. I keep my eyes on Arbitrum because they're more geared towards the gaming aspect with layer 2. So I just can't seem to find things that like you can do anything with. But I'm watching it. Not heavily into Binance. I don't know. I'm indifferent about Binance because of all of the scams and stuff. When I was doing Hourglass, I got into a couple things that I got wrecked on Binance. I've not deleted any of my videos either, so people can see what all the stuff I got wrecked on. And then Avalanche. My next thing is like Avalanche that I'm looking at, and Cardano also. I've met some people in this metaverse called spatial.io. That they kind of open my eyes up to Cardano, and it's really dope over there.
So yeah, I mean, I think you were probably the most open Degen that
Yeah.
I've streamed with. You definitely are testing out everything. Are you ever like scared of like, are you looking at projects that have admin? It seems like you're looking at everything,
Yeah.
right? So are you ever concerned about losing another one, or getting wrecked in another one? Or do you just kind of feel like, because I'm so diversified, then that's like my safety in
That
that?
is my kind of how reverting back to Big Connect and diversifying my portfolio. I mean, I kind of heard what you were saying. I don't remember the last guy's name, but as far as diversification with your portfolio, and you said something about how people say that you need to diversify outside of Hex, but then some Hexicans believe that being in Pulse and and I think I think that is diversification if you're in like Icosa and Hedron, and I feel like
Mhm.
that's diversification, but it is an ecosystem within itself. So I just feel like that I want to go across the water and then go across the land. I want to kind of be scattered everywhere to just make sure if I do get wrecked over here, at least I still got this.
Yeah.
My goal with crypto, I'm not really necessarily, I mean, I guess it is everybody's intention to get rich, but I truly just want to be able to you be able to use it in life. I know eventually it's going to become where we're going to use this in life, and I want to make sure whoever's first to do it, I got a little bit of it. I'm here ready for it. And because like AVAX has a lot of different things. They got a partnership with Amazon. What else they got? AVAX has a lot going on. I think AVAX might be the first to do it, to be honest, from what I've been watching what they're doing.
Yeah, I have been hearing a lot about AVAX
Yep.
lately.
Yep. They're doing a
Honestly,
lot.
especially with Zen and the activity from Zen kind of moving over to AVAX a
Mm-hmm.
bit. So that's interesting. What about your take on like the NFT space? Are you spreading it out over there too? Do you collect NFTs, or you more so just focus on the coin side?
So that's why I decided to do my own NFT with the music, because that I don't understand NFTs even now. I literally, and it's this one guy, shout out to General Shield. He's a guy in my chat that kind of lets me know about NFTs, and I just watch him shill an NFT and watch it go up. He shielded me bonk before it went up 77x, like, and I just didn't get in. So that's why I was like, I don't know. I just don't understand NFTs. I know how to differentiate between good and bad art.
Mhm.
But as far as the whole digital, like, I think that I watched a lot of Richard Hart. I would sit there and watch 3 hours of Richard Hart at a time. And I went back and watched literally all his videos. So he kind of got me turned away from NFTs in a way, because he was like, it's just JPEG garbage. But yeah. And it literally got me thinking that, but then I was like, how can I bring value to the NFT space? And
Mhm.
that's when I actually integrated myself in, started to create the songs that I make as NFTs on the blockchain. And then I had to think about what utility do I want to bring. So the utility that I bring my community is that I make about 100 of them. When they're sold out, then I give all of the royalty rewards to my community in Ethereum. So it's kind of an incentive for them to go market my music. So that's taking a load off of me as far as marketing, so I can focus on the creation of the music, because I have 100 people that'll be marketing for me, because they have an incentive to market, because they're going to earn money from it.
Mhm.
And then I do more token giveaways for holders, all types of stuff. So I dropped a sensational NFT 40% burn of Zen on Ethereum for every buy. Yeah, I just figuring
Explain
it out as I go. It's a
that a bit again.
It's a manual burn. So once a person buys an NFT, I usually do it on the weekend. So every Saturday, I hop on live with the community and I give away all the more tokens that I did throughout the week. I send everything on Saturday. So once they buy the NFT, it's a 40% burn. So I take the amount of Ethereum that they use to buy it.
Mhm.
And then OpenSea takes a fee, so I'll take that out also before I do the 40%. So I take the OpenSea fee out, then I take 40% of that in Ethereum, and I buy that amount in Ethereum on Uniswap, and then I just send it to the debt address. And really, I've asked Jack if it accounts, if that will like help me with the X1, and he said it doesn't, but I don't care. I already promised this to the community, so I'm gonna keep my word, and I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. So I've been sending it to the debt address, and I think I've burned around probably 250 Zen just sent to the debt address. $250 worth. Yeah.
Okay. I like your philanthropist spirit.
Yeah.
Like nobody's giving you funds to be able to do these giveaways, but I've seen you multiple times give away more and whatnot. So when I look at content creation, right, like what motivates somebody to create content for a product? For me, like it's probably not going to be too many streams where at some point in the conversation I don't bring up HEX. Right. So I was kind of looking at you. It seems like you talk about a lot of things, but I kind of had the feeling that you were heavy in the more content creation. Right. So let's talk about more a little bit about, what inspires you to put on for more, basically.
I would say honestly, the community is dope. Like I just feel like in the chat of more, it's like just everybody's just real. Everybody's cool. I can relate to them. They're hilarious. Like I literally be rolling on the floor laughing, literally in real life, reading the messages. So I can actually like laugh, and they make crypto fun. And Jack even is in the more Telegram. So it's just like anybody. I feel like a lot of people just gravitate towards it just because of the people that are already in it. The airdrop helped a lot. That's pretty much, and then it made me buy even more. And I just like the rugs. I like the direction that he's going. I see that this is, and he's saying that he has all basically the custody of everything. He has the code. It's all his. So that made me more confident by him just saying like, this isn't what it was last time or the time before that. This is me. This is what I'm doing. So if now there's no excuse for failure. Now this is yours. So treat it like your baby. And do it the right way. And I see that he's being consistent. He hasn't dropped his second physical product, but I've been watching and he has them on the way. I think that I feel like, and I know how content creation is sometimes, or just creation of things takes a while if you get it from China sometime. And then you want to accumulate like 3-4 projects so you can just dish them out real quick. So you're not rushing for the next one, then rushing for the next one and spending countless amounts of time in between each drop. So, I just take it on the head and I just like the space. I just like I feel like that Trevon brings the people around that are similar to me. And then I try to go in other spaces and I've created my own now. So I'm creating my own space also. But I feel like a lot of people were actually like transferred from the more community. I feel like the Nigerian, because there's a lot of Nigerian people that join in, and I love that people from all across the world want to come in and watch little old me. And I think that it more helps me. I feel like it helps me grow as a creator from the Twitter retweeting. He supports me too, is a thing. He shouted me out the other day. So it's like to have somebody that I looked up to in the crypto space that got me into crypto to actually support me is like even more of a drive to like do my thing and, take the torch whenever he's going to be done, and take the torch and, build my own legacy.
Yeah. All right. So there was one thing you said earlier, and I keep forgetting to bring it back up, but I need to bring it back up because one thing that I'm probably most against is owning or holding your cryptocurrency on a centralized exchange. And you had kind of mentioned that you buy Bitcoin on centralized exchange. Is that correct? And
I do it on
Cash App.
I do it on Cash App, which I don't own it has to be centralized because I don't have the seed phrase. I'm against it too. I don't do it. It's just easy for me because I can do the fees are cheap on Cash App. I think they're like 30 to 40 cents when I do a $25 buy, which on Coinbase is what, 99, about $1 every time. So I'm saving money on that. And like I said, I don't keep it in there.
You
So
can
when
send it from Cash App off of the platform.
yes, you can, only if you put, like, you got to KYC yourself pretty much. You got to give all your information. I think you got to give them your ID information. So I'm like verified on Cash App, so I can send it out. So when it gets to a certain, when it gets to like 1,000, then I shoot it out to, where do I put it right now? I think I put it on a Exodus wallet. I have like multiple wallets. I think I put it on like an Exodus wallet or something like that.
Okay, so you can, and that's something that I didn't know. I didn't know that Cash App had that capability to be able to send it off of the platform into a wallet. So it's essentially another option for Coinbase or any of the other centralized exchanges that you on ramp fiat.
Yep, they're more legit than, because I know you can't do it on Robinhood. You can't do it on, like, I know Venmo offers crypto buying, but you can't send it off of there. I like that I can actually send it off. So that gave me the security that, okay, y'all actually have some Bitcoin reserve sitting somewhere that I can because I can send it off of there and use it for whatever I want to use it for. So just the fact that I'm able to do that gave me the like security to ensure that the Bitcoin is actually there, and it should not just a spreadsheet and then me just buying and selling it.
Yeah, DJ Pollywood is suggesting that you not use Cash App, that he was scammed on there, and there was no help or support. So I'm guessing some of his money was gone, and nobody came to help.
Yeah, I've had issues like before, but I got help. Like I don't know. I'm indifferent on it because I've never had an issue with Cash App out of all the years I've used it, and I did have it to where I accidentally, I was at Wendy's and I didn't get my card back, and they swiped like $500 worth of gas, but I got my $500 back in like 6 days. So it was like I've never had a bad situation. I've been using it for like about a year with the Bitcoin DCA.
Yeah.
So, and I understand what he's saying. It's just because like somebody else has said that to me too, but I don't keep it on there long. Like any amount of Bitcoin that I keep on there is because I can lose that. And if it gets to 1,000, I'm taking that off immediately.
Okay. So, I mean, it's always good to hear what other options there are, because, you know, I hear people say all the time that they don't like Coinbase. But, you know, I've been using Coinbase for a long time. So it just has always worked. Now, what I won't do is hold my crypto on Coinbase. I mean, immediately, and I don't really care what amount it is, because from what I noticed, send fees are kind of proportional to the amount that you send. So for the most part, you know, any amount I buy, $100, $50, whatever, I'm sending it right off into some kind of hardware wallet.
Yep, and that's the way to do it. I seen for ACO, he said he's been buying Bitcoin when it first came out, and he's never had an issue either. What's going on, crypto, bruh? Who else in the chat?
What is that from Cash App?
Yep. He said he never had an issue. Yeah, a lot. I mean, it's give or take. A lot of people. I think that Cash App is kind of, I don't know. They may show favoritism because, like I said, I'm verified on there, so I have all my information on there. So I may have a what's good, Playhead. I may have a different situation. So I've never had an issue. I'm gonna continue to use it, but I understand that's just not financial. None of this is financial advice. By the way, we haven't said that. None of this is financial advice. You use your crypto how you want it. You spend your money how you want it. But yeah, I'm gonna continue.
Yeah. So are you able at all to play like a little sample of your music?
Of course, I can show you a song that I'm actually working on right now. Do you want to hear? I can do it live. Actually, I think I can rap it live, like play the beat, and then hold on, let me see if I can do that. Let me see. I'm creating a song called Zone, but it's X1. Like X1 looks like Zone to me because I hopped in like we got a little chat on Twitter with for the Zenians, and I was like, I hopped in a space and was like, when is Zone dropping? And it was like, Zone, what you talking about, Zone? I said Zone, like, because Zen, XEN is Zen, so I thought XONE was Zone. So and I'm creating a song called Zone because I accidentally said that. And they was like, bro, that's dope as hell. And I'm like, bet, I'm about to create a song about it. But
Want to hear it? Here you go.
hold on 1 second. Let me see. Where's it at? Can you hear the did you hear that beat?
No.
Okay, hold on. Present share screen, maybe. Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio. Okay. Can you hear it?
A little bit. It's low, but I can hear it.
Hold on. Can y'all hear it, chat? Me and GRC getting a song together. Let me see if I can fix it.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah, Corey, my boy Corey. Me and Corey got a song dropping too. Hold on, can you hear it good? Can you hear it now?
No, now it's lower.
I can't hear you.
It was lower.
I can't hear you.
Oh, well, you
Oh, there you go. Okay, say that one more time.
I said it got lower.
It got lower. Can you hear? Is it good now?
It's there, but it's
all right.
not.
I'm gonna just go with it. We just gonna go with it then. Yeah. We be in the zone. Yeah, don't gotta be alone. All my men so max, so watch my claims all on my own. We been men since day one, yeah, so boy, just watch your tone. We be in the zone. Yeah, don't gotta be alone. All my men so max, so watch my claims all on my own. We been men since day one, yeah, so boy, just watch your tone. Hey. Okay, X1 Dem Jack Devin, huh? He been on his 11 shit. Google link accredited. Angel Tasso prevalent. Game come so I'm tethered up. There's nothing that can mess with us. Nilo Guay, I'm resting up. These crypto streets so treacherous. Ladder mints to the max and I ain't had enough. Okay, new communities keep coming, acting tough. Okay, they say we down to 1,000x, but I'm still up. Okay, let me go ahead, just miss it. Hey, we got the Zen in the kitchen. Hey, mix it, why the whip it? Hey, I'm picking Jack of a Richard. Hey, let me go ahead, just chitter. Hey, all the chat, ain't no faking they talk. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for that. I don't know if the people gonna like that one. The people in your community gonna like, damn, BMZ, right on. Yeah.
He clearly likes it. He clearly likes it.
Dang.
Yeah, no, the flow is definitely hot. I don't think anybody heard the
It's way too low. That's what DJ Pauly Wood said. I don't know how to do it on here.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Your energy was there, so that was
funny. I hear it loud as hell in my ears. So I was really struggling, but yeah, I tried it. We tried it. We have figured it out.
That's probably how we were able to even hear it at all, is that your microphone is actually just picking up the sound coming
from the sound from this,
and it's not, coming out of your computer.
Gotcha.
That is another problem that I personally have been trying to fix. So if anybody out there in the chat knows how to do that, I did hit up like 3 people this morning, like, hey, how do I get it to where they can actually hear my sound? Because I have no clue how to do that. So, but are you expecting for this song to be released via NFT as well?
Yeah, I've been doing music for quite some time, and mostly I was in just releasing it on YouTube. And the problem that it was that Spotify, they don't pay no music, they don't pay no money for streaming.
Right.
So that's why I kind of got into the NFTs, and from what I've done thus far, it's the most that I've ever made, probably in this short span of time that I've done with music. I would have had to get about, from the amount that I've made off NFTs, I think I would have probably had to get about 3.3 million streams.
Wow.
Yeah. So I feel like that I'm opening the doors for what's possible, and I'm doing it on a small scale, but as far as creating the utility, I'm gonna be able to show artists how you can do it. So I'm just making all the mistakes now. So I can be, and I feel like I'm a good gatekeeper. I'm not gonna gatekeep anybody. And anybody can join. But I feel like that I'm gonna have I'm creating the blueprint for artists and musicians in the space, and to actually earn a decent amount of money while providing utility for people that are like that people that support you. Everybody's winning on my channel, so I call it the fair crypto YouTube, because everybody wins. Like I'm winning, the community's winning, we all
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm definitely inspired by what you've done in the music space. So I don't know if you know who my husband is. He goes by BlaKC Crypto.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Oh
call
yeah,
it.
that's your husband. Yeah, I want to do a song with him. I've watched every single one of his videos. He go crazy. Yes, let him know. Yeah, I already
Yeah.
know.
So like my husband, when I met him back in college. He was making music. He even, was about to go on tour with like Lil Wayne and stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
way back when, right? Like we got 3 kids, like,
Yeah.
so he had stopped making music, in that sense. But if you're an artist, you're just an artist and you just make it for yourself, essentially. At some point, that's what it
Mm-hmm.
becomes. And so he had started when we got really, really involved in the Hex community. He had started making Hex songs.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is not the type to like be on social media promoting his own music. Like, he doesn't care about number of streams. He would just upload it to, I can't remember the name of that, SoundCloud. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was just like just free music. I'm just
Yeah.
sharing my music, with the world. Whoever wants to hear can hear. But I kind of had a different mind frame in that, like, no, your shit is dope. I want people to hear it and like it to spread far and wide. But then to see how much work, he was putting into the music, and for YouTube to give you nothing in return, I was
Exactly.
like, there's just gotta be,
A
a better
different
way,
way.
a different way. So then when I saw what you were doing with the is it Mauricia Hexita?
Yep, Mauricia HEXican. That was the first one.
Yeah, when I saw what you were doing with that, then I was like, this guy's got something. And then the song was just wavy, just like,
Yeah. I appreciate that.
so
Appreciate that.
I am looking forward to this next one coming out. And I do have mad respect for what you're doing and trying to innovate, in the crypto space on the blockchain with your music.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Let him know I want a song. I want a song with him because he hard. I ain't gonna lie. That what song was it? DJ Pauly Wood actually was telling me about. I think that I was just live one day and DJ Pauly Wood was like, go to BlaKC. And I'm like, who? And then I went to him, I'm like, I watched every single video. I was like, oh yeah, we got to do a song.
Yeah. So when we went on tour, I don't know if you know, my background, but I went on a 42 city tour across the
I see.
United States.
Yep.
Talking about Hex. And so because we had a full film crew with us like all the time, a couple times at a couple different cities, I was like, yeah, let's make this music video.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we made quite a few music videos on the road. So people really think that like in their mind, people have asked me, did you guys like rent a set to go and do this or whatever? No, like the Seattle one, the I think that's Let Me See You Hex Flex. Literally, I asked the valet, I was like, are there any parking garages, like around here that got like a nice rooftop? He was like, yeah, there's one like right there. We took all the Hexicans, all them rap cars, the motorized skateboards, all that shit up to the roof and just made a music video in like 2 hours. And people like legit think that we just spent, that we were just like,
yeah, had a whole budget for it.
Yeah, being extravagant and spending all this money on a music video. And it was just like, no, if you have vision and passion, you just get that shit done.
Yeah. I got about 13 music videos out from like my past, like web 2 music. I definitely did a lot. But like I took a break and then I was like, how am I gonna, I'm not making no money doing this, spending all my money going. I went to the UK for a radio campaign, and actually that was kind of not as much money because I got paid for a little bit of it, but for the most part I did come out of pocket a little bit of money. But I'm just coming out of pocket, and then the streams wasn't hitting, so I was trying to figure out, and then the marketing, how much money you have to put into marketing is just astronomical. So I guess I do have a goal My goal is to release 50 songs this year. I'm trying to do that. It's not going so well because it's kind of hard because you got to focus on getting the cover art. I got a lot of other things I'm going on. I'm trying to get my life insurance license. I want to get certified in, I want to code. I want to do a lot of things, but for the most part, that's a goal. I set my goal high. So then if I don't make it, I can at least say, okay, well, I did this at least. But yeah, man, I definitely want to get a song with him. I don't know. Because so you guys are definitely Hex. What are you dibbing dabbing? What other things do you non-Hex? What
can
you steal it?
Yeah, let me show you real quick. I will show you. Because it is a lot of Hex. I ain't gonna lie to you, but
yeah.
This is my watch list. This is what I pay attention to every day. Let's see if I can make it
got some more token on there. All right.
Oh yeah, I definitely have more on there. So yeah, Hex obviously number one. Before Hex there was Ethereum, right? I've never really been a huge Bitcoin supporter. I had Bitcoin first because I was playing poker and you needed Bitcoin to transact. But as far as like long-term investment, you know, that idea that you kind of have with Hex, that I missed it, which I really don't believe that anyone has missed Hex. I'm just gonna put that out there. I kind of felt that way with Bitcoin. Like, even if it goes to 1 million, that's not nearly as many X's as something that goes from multiple zeros to a penny, you know, like Hex did. So, but Ethereum has always been one that I strongly support, just because the fact that any native token, right? Any coin where you have to have that coin to pay transaction fees, that coin's not going away. So I like Ethereum. I like Matic. I even have some BNB, and of course, you know, Sacrifice Pulse Chain, major.
Oh, that's one thing that I did do also. I definitely sacrificed day one OG for Pulse Chain. Definitely sacrificed for Pulse Chain, Pulse and Pulse X. I didn't miss that.
Yes. So then we got another staking token that a lot of Hexicans hate when you talk about it, when you like it, when you're an advocate for it. But once again, I don't give a shit. I like what I like, and I like Texan token. I like the men behind it. I like the idea behind it. I have my master's in nonprofit leadership and education. So the fact that they went and they partnered with a nonprofit, to me, that is adoption. That is bringing people in at a rate, with an opportunity that we just don't have. Look at the crypto space. The 90% of the people that I interview are like, I'm a degen. I was gambling, and that's what found me crypto. And now I've been saved by staking because I don't take the risk, you know. But it's like crypto came from a very like underground, you know, my money world. And so yes, now it's a lot more broad, a lot more everyday people, but it's still a lot of degens in the space, right?
Yep. I like the Texan token. What was his? I'm thinking Crypto Kindness, but that's not the right guy. It's
it's Crypto Heartbeat and Rags to Riches.
Crypto Heartbeat and Rags to Riches. Yeah, my community actually shielded that a little bit, and I got the airdrop for that. So I'm thankful for them. So I like Maxi a lot too. I like Maxi. I forgot what it entails.
Maxi, Post Doge. This one has had the worst. I feel bad, you know, if you got wrecked a little, but I believe in it long term, and I never told anybody that this was a short-term thing.
Pot.
Yes, and I personally, if I'm being honest, I probably dumped on y'all's heads because I definitely sold a huge part of my bag at like $22, and then I bought a lot back in when we hit this bottom here, and then I've been buying again down here. So I'm accumulating. I look at the big picture of crypto, you know what I mean? And like this one right here, this was probably my most degen play. People were like, why are you talking about that coin? That's a gambling coin. But I like anything that brings innovation to the space that's going to bring in new eyes. And you start dibbling in putting sports betting on the blockchain, pulling roulette on the blockchain, even the lottery on the blockchain. If you got a good team behind it, then that shit could be fucking huge later.
And it's truly decentralized.
Yes,
It's
this is ownership
P2P.
of gambling.
Yep, it's P2P. It's not, you're not going against the house, you're going against each other. I believe that's how that works.
You know, so I know they had this is the just like Hex, this is the kickoff phase, right? That launch phase, right?
Mhm.
For Hex it's a year, for Zen it's 8 years. For post pop I don't know how long it is, but this is what we're seeing in all this red, in my opinion. Why? Because they had a whole lot of coins that were like referral incentives and to try out the platform incentives. They just gave out like 100,000 free coins, and the cap supply is only like 1 million, like the total.
Okay,
supply.
so they gave away 10%.
I mean,
That's why it's dumping.
You
Then
already know that it's going to dump like crazy
Yeah.
when you give away that many free coins. But yes, I still like it. I like how big and active the cult and revolt communities are. Com not really so much paying attention to it, but it was for Hexicans, so you know.
I feel like that's the zen of the Hex community. I feel like that's very similar how it was like created.
Yep. And
Very
then
similar.
this is the you know, there's all the controversy about the two post doges, the original one and then the free one, whatever. I kind of pay attention a little bit to them both, although obviously I have a much bigger post doge like the PLSD than I
because you get to mine it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and well, it was given to us for free. And then down at the bottom, you know, and the reason why Zen is at the bottom is not because I like it any less than any of the other coins.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because I don't give a shit what the price is.
Yeah.
Like why am I watching the Zen chart? Like, yes, it's going down. It's probably going to keep going down.
Yeah.
But what difference does it make if I'm not even going to have none of the damn coins for 400 days? Like,
exactly. Yep. Yep.
You know, so yeah, that's my quick little spiel on how I degen out. It's not real degen. Like I don't just like spread it far and wide, but you know, I try to learn at least. I try to learn about a lot of different things because like you said, you don't want to miss opportunity. Like you want to be in on stuff early. And if something sounds good and it's early, I'm jumping a little bit.
Uh-oh, CZ just doxed your name.
Oh, she does that all the time. The funny thing about it is that there's no T in my name, and she writes it like that every time. So we just put it in my stream. I'm gonna just go ahead and let the people know that I'm Kaylin.
Okay.
No T.
What other trips for the Hex community are happening like after do y'all have it like lined up year after year, or is it like an annual thing, or like what's going on? Because I want to go, even though I'm not a super Hexican, I want to go too.
Yeah. So
fair change.
I would say that anybody can throw a Hex meetup, right? Anybody can throw an event or whatever. It's just like, you know, how you gonna do it? Like, are you gonna put the time into planning it? And so the only people, to my knowledge, that throw large Hex meetups are myself and Maddie All In. Maddie All In through the first meetup in Las Vegas, where it was just like hanging out and stuff, doing fun stuff. And then the next year, like around like 1 year later, he did the conference, right? Since then, it seems like he's decided not to do another conference, but he is doing like a meetup at the Bitcoin conference.
Okay.
You know, people in Miami, you know, if you're going to that anyway, then I guess come dressed up like a Hexican or dressed like that sounded crazy, but you know, like show the Bitcoiners, you know, what coin you repping for.
Yeah, like how DJ Polly would be dressed in a Hex everything. He be dressed in Hex everything every day. CZ said, "Excuse me, Mrs. Thing."
Yeah. And then my meetups are a little different, right? Because I went on tour, and when I went on tour, you know, we either did educational, like straight up workshop, or just straight fun, right? Just it was like no real mixture. It was like either we getting on yachts and doing weird shit, you know, fun shit, or we doing this educational. So after the tour ended, I just kept doing a few more fun things. Like I did the big golf tournament, and then I did for the Hex birthday, we all met in San Diego. We had a nightclub night. We had another yacht. We had a pool party.
Dope. Yeah, I seen all of that because Corey was there. Corey was there, I believe. Yep. Me and Corey real cool. I chop it up with Corey all the time.
Yeah. So my next event is the Hex Cruise. That one's in April. Then I think in December. So I'm turning 40 this year. I don't know.
Okay, congratulations.
I'm 40. So I think I want to do
going on 30 because you still look like you're going on 30.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just can't get away with that because then I look, like real fast. My oldest child is a junior in high school.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you're a mom.
Yeah, so ain't nobody over here trying to front like they ain't how old they are. You're not gonna have me being the 12-year-old mom. So yeah, Hex Cruise, and then I want to do like a DeFi cruise where it's not about one coin, it's about multiple communities, right? Like kind of like, I don't know if you went to college, a black college.
Yeah. Well, I went to PWI, but I went to college. Yeah, graduated.
So you know how like the Greeks, right?
Yeah, I'm a Kappa.
Okay. So when you see them on the yard, like it's not just the Kappas. You see the Kappas, you see the Alphas, you see everybody. But what makes the event so like fun and contagious is that everybody is there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if I don't, believe what you believe, we all believe in the Greek system, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of how I see DeFi. Maybe I like Hex more, maybe you like Zim more, maybe you like more, whatever you like, the NFTs. But guess what? We still really new in crypto, like really new in crypto.
4% of the world.
If we want people to like really come over and see what it's about and really want to engage adoption, then we all need to be there so that, that energy is infectious.
Yep, definitely. Instead of it looks more, because if it's just one and everybody's saying something about this one thing, then people don't have an option to choose what they want to do.
Yep.
And I think that it is important. It is important for everybody to have the options and then choose what they want to choose from there. I like that.
The option for me might not be the option for you.
Exactly. I like that a lot. That's cool. So so you said that's in December?
I want to do that one the first week of December.
And it's like in somewhere warm.
Yes, I want to do it out of California. There's this really dope, I don't want to say which cruise yet, but it goes to Cabo. And Cabo is beautiful, in December. San Diego is even nice in December, but Cabo is really nice. We should have some really good sun. And yeah.
Okay. Spoiler alert. Y'all heard it here first. Miss Caitlin.
On there. What's that?
I was about to say, just you dropped it live, letting the people know, just be expecting maybe something during December. Yeah.
If I can get Jack on there, then I know that that I'll get multiple communities to get involved.
I think Jack was talking about going on the Hex. I don't know. I seen something about going on the Hex cruise. Maybe, I don't know.
Yep. No, we definitely invited him. He was mad interested in going, but the date conflicted with a family obligation he had. So legit, I was like, I hit him up and I was like, hey Jack, let's talk about another one. Let's talk about one that not just about Hex, but involves your community, our communities, all of them.
Yep, that's cool. I like that he's like open to being. He's open, like you can reach Jack. Like he's not too big headed to like not talk to his community. I feel like that's real cool about him. That's why I like him too. And it's still early. It might not be that way forever. And I understand that. I know how it goes. When you get too big, then you can't really talk to everybody. It becomes a security issue. But I mean, I think he's pretty in a upper light right now to where he should, but he's still cool. I like it. I like the way that Jack is.
Yeah, I do too. So this was fun. I had a good time hanging out with you today, Sprovey.
Yeah. Clap it up in the chat.
So look, if we're wrapping it up here, then do you have any last words you want to share, like where they can find you, like your next stream or anything like that?
Yeah, you can go find me. I'm actually doing 3 streams today. You can go find me at Sproveycoins with a Z on Twitter, Sproveycoins with an S on YouTube. Those are my primary ones that I'll be at. You can if you go on my YouTube, you'll see in my link in the description there. You can hop in the Telegram. We'll be lit. Most of the people that's in this chat right here be in my Telegram. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm going live I'm doing a recording, but I'm going live, I think, around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to go subscribe, you can go subscribe. And we probably 8 something. You know, on these days, Thursdays and Fridays, I'm kind of relaxed with it. It's just whenever you may see me. Just look out, turn on the post notifications, and wait on it.
Absolutely. I got one more little spoiler for you guys. A little preview of the shirt on the Hex Cruise. It will be available on KSB TV.
That's hard.
We will let you know as soon as that is available. Oh, look, let me get behind the head. All right, guys. You guys know how to find me. Any information that you need about what I do, what I get into, is always going to be on KSB TV. And as soon as I find this outro, we out.